Hey guys, so in today's video I want to show you how to get started with stitching from the kit that you purchased from my Etsy shop at the Southern Lovely. So what I've done is I have threaded my embroidery needle with the color of thread I'm going to use. I come to the tail end, I'd say it's about 2 to 3 inches. I wrap the tail end around my finger and roll it and then grab it all as one piece and cinch it off. Essentially what this does is it just creates a nice knot so that when we work it does not come through our fabric. So let me grab this here and get it started. So this is the Fall Thankful embroidery kit that will be listed in my Etsy shop. And you can see I've already begun stitching here. This is the basic back stitch, which is very simple, and if you need help I have a video tutorial on how to specifically do that stitch, but you will see this here. So what I do is I start a little bit ahead of where I want my stitch to begin, and then I go back into the point that I want it at. Okay. Again, coming ahead slightly ahead of my last stitch. And then it's called the back stitch because, oops, sorry, you're actually going back into the spot, excuse me, into the spot where your previous stitch went. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more and then I'm going to show you also how to finish when you come to the end of stitching a certain area or you run out of thread. You want to know how to finish it because embroidery fabric is, if you can see that you can see through it. And you can see my finger there. What we don't want to do is have this beautiful embroidery work and then have lines and stuff from where we crisscross thread. So you can see that I have done, let me move this light over some, much better. I've done my 3 stitches. Now let's just pretend I've stitched this whole circle and I'm ready to switch colors. So I'm going to flip to the back of my work, and how I finish is I like to find my path of stitches and I just carefully take my needle and I go under them. I usually do this a couple different times. There's really no wrong way to do it, but what you don't want to do is to pull it too tightly. If you do, it will pull your stitches on the front tightly and you don't want that. Okay, and I like to go through 3 different times just to make sure that my thread has weaved itself in there really well. And then once I've done that, I get my scissors, I come as close as possible to where I came out on the last one. I carefully snip, making sure not to get any of the other thread. And then you'll see when you come to the front, there are no stitches around because you were able to weave that back in. So I hope this was helpful, just not only showing a little bit of the back stitch, but showing you how to thread your needle and also how to finish off when you get to the end of a color. Thanks, guys.